Well, the Prime Minister, I think, has practically shaken everybody's hand in the room, so maybe he'll get a few more on his way out. But I just have to say that since being Europe Minister, I've made supporting the Cyprus settlement negotiations a top priority, and I'm so pleased that I have such support from the Prime Minister in that task. It's really wonderful that you're here tonight, Gordon, because already a few people in the room have said to me how much they recognise the many different challenging issues that take up your time every single day. But I think the fact that you're here tonight underlines how great is your support and our government support for the current process. I'm going to hand over in a moment to Peter, the Chairman of the National Federation of Cypriots in Cyprus, but I'd like to say a couple of words about the benefits that a solution would bring. I think it would undoubtedly end what is an ever-present anxiety about the division on the island. It would allow new generations to grow up without living in a frozen conflict. And I have no doubt that a settlement would bring huge opportunities in terms of jobs and skills and other opportunities for Cypriots. The impact of the settlement on trade, construction, tourism, transport, education, finance and business services would be a wonderful reward for the two leaders as they endeavour to make progress in their talks. It is about a solution for Cypriots by Cypriots, but as you know, the British government is doing whatever it can to support the discussions as they proceed. There are also huge benefits for the region and the international community. A reunited Cyprus would have a hugely positive influence in the region as a hub of stability at the crossroads between Europe, North Africa and the Middle East. Now, you're all very important. You're very important to Britain because of the contribution you make in the communities that you live in this country. But you also are important in, I hope, using your contacts and influence to do all you can to support the two leaders and ensure that these negotiations are a success. So thank you for coming this evening. We really appreciate your support. And Peter, over to you.
Thank you, Caroline, Prime Minister, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real pleasure to be here at this reception tonight, alongside so many representatives of the UK Cypriot community. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Caroline, for arranging this event and for inviting us here tonight. I would also like to thank the Cyprus desk of the Foreign Office for making all the arrangements for the event tonight. I'm particularly thankful to you, Prime Minister, for making time to be with us this evening. I know how busy you are. Your presence here certainly illustrates your interest in our community and in the issues which concern it, and that is highly valued and appreciated by all of us. As President of the Federation of UK Cypriots, I'm proud of the many achievements of the British Cypriot community, and in one sense, this event provides an opportunity for us to mark the vital contribution that so many Britons of Cypriot origin made to the national life and to the cultural richness of this country. It is also an event which I hope will provide an opportunity for us to have a constructive dialogue with the British government on the one issue which concerns all Cypriots of the diaspora, wherever they may be. And that, of course, is the issue of the continuing division of Cyprus, which we hope to see replaced with a reunited, peaceful and really independent Cyprus for the benefit of all Cypriots. Prime Minister, we were encouraged by the Memorandum of Understanding which you signed with President Christophilus nearly a year ago. As the largest community of the Cypriot diaspora, and of course as active citizens in a country as influential as the United Kingdom, we are very keen to work with you and with the whole of the British government in order to help realise the vision of a
united Cyprus, a state with a single sovereignty, international personality, and a single citizenship, that vision that is articulated in that memorandum. So thank you very much once again, Caroline, for inviting us to this event, which I hope will mark the beginning of a more regular and fruitful dialogue between our community and the British government. Thank you very much.
I say, first of all, thank you. Thank you for all you do and contribute to our country. Thank you for the work you do in your individual communities here in Britain to further the greatest of community relations. Thank you for the relationships that you build between Britain and Cyprus. Thank you for the fact that there are so many people go back and forward to and from Cyprus as a result of the great image of Cyprus that you created.
And thank you for being such a great community in this country. I don't think we thank people enough, and so I wanted to come this evening to thank all of you individually, as I've tried to do, but collectively for your contribution to our country. It's a pleasure also for me to come to the Foreign Office and just to see how ornate it is. Our public money goes. I hope the wine's okay. I'm sure it's better than the wine I brought across from the Treasury to Downing Street. And I hope the next time we meet you'll come to Downing Street, and I'll be very happy to entertain you there. Thank you. Now, you know, my talks with President Droussiotis and my knowledge of the talks that he's having with Mr. Tala, you know how important the issues that you are concerned about are today. And you know that we, Britain, believe that we can play a part and want to play a part in a solution that is obviously a solution by Cypriots, but a solution where we believe that we can help and will do everything we can to do so. There's a story told about John F. Kennedy when he was president, and he went up to the Senate and simply announced that they were going to put, as Americans, a man on the moon. And he came back to find a very worried director of the National Space Agency, who was then in his office, and he said to the president, he said, look, we don't have the manpower, we don't have the science, we don't have the technology. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can get a man on the moon. And Kennedy said, you can now. And that was the message about what is possible and what can be done if people of goodwill decide that things should happen. And I believe that of the historical challenges that we meet, the unity of Cyprus and what we can do together to make that possible is one of these great historical challenges. As Caroline has said, the benefits are enormous. The opportunities for Cyprus are great. The relationships that can be created and the reputation of Cyprus around the world can be so much enhanced. And I just pledge to you that I will do everything I can with President Droussiotis, with Mr. Tala, by putting my views to the Turkish government, as I've done to the President and Mr. Erdogan only in the last few weeks, to make sure that it is possible for the world to support what good people in Cyprus are trying to do and bring people together. So for me, it's a great pleasure to see you all here. It's a great pleasure to thank you for everything that you do, and to know what a strong community you are, but also that you are always outward-looking and never inward-looking, and want to play a huge contribution in all the great events that are happening around the world. I believe we owe you a debt of gratitude. I hope you enjoyed being with us this evening. I hope I'll be able to invite you to the less ornate and less luxurious Downing Street, and I hope you'll enjoy being with us on that occasion as well. But for this time, what a pleasure it is to see all of you, to be able to thank you, and to be able to say that what you share as aims and objectives, we share too, and want to work with you to achieve these great aims. Thank you all very much. Thank you,